Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best Hound deck to use in the new Clash Royale meta. In my opinion, Hound recently hasn't been that strong, but the best Hound players in the world are currently using this version, which is very interesting because it doesn't have Hound plus Balloon, it doesn't have Hound plus Miner, it's just a Hound kind of beatdown deck. Very defensive deck if you ask me, with the Evo Bomber, Evo Goblin Cage, and the guards, which of course is very good against the P.E.K.K.A. And the P.E.K.K.A. in the current meta has definitely been, really dominating still. In my opinion, it has to be emergency nerfed. Goblinstein is also still very strong after the last balance changes. This deck doesn't have Goblinstein, does very well against it. Let's see how we do in today's video. See you guys soon with game number 1. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 1, let's give him a good luck and let's see what he's gonna be playing. But just looking at his name, Slow Love Bait, I guess he's gonna be, running some kind of bait deck, probably Lock Bait, maybe Mega Knight Bait. I guess after seeing Spear Goblins and Bats, it could be a potential, Mega Knight Bait deck. So it's gonna be interesting to see which one of the, it's actually gonna be a Mortar Bait deck. Okay, I was either like Lock Bait, Mega Knight Bait, but it's none of those. It's actually gonna be a Mortar Bait deck. Okay, it's gonna be interesting to play against Mortar. I think like we need to be very careful, especially with this Hound version. You should almost never go very aggressive in single elixir. I feel like this is the typical Hound deck, which is, as I said before, like a beatdown Hound deck. Kind of think about maybe a Golem deck where you need to most of the time wait for double elixir. Not always though. You could of course sometimes go with Hound and single elixir if you do have a good situation, if you think that you're up a lot of elixir, stuff like that. But in general, in my opinion, we should definitely play it kind of patient and safe. So he does end up going with a Fireball. I think here's a good moment to go with Hound. Let's see what he drops afterwards, but I think we should be able to take advantage of the fact that he just spent. Okay, let's go with Bomber and let's go with guards here. He does go with a Goblin Gang plus a cannon card that actually pushed the cannon card onto the tower very fast, so the cannon card is able to get a lot of damage. But I think we kind of defended it decently. And let's see if we then can maybe get something going here with Skeleton Dragons. What I like about this deck, by the way, even though our opponent in this case does have Fireball, most of the times you're able to get a lot of value either from your Skeleton Dragons or Flying Machine whenever they used, in this case, for example, the Fireball. So let's go with arrows here. I think I'm not able to hit all the Goblins, but we are able to clear the evil bats, and then one Spear Goblin stays alive. But in the meantime, we're going to get a lot of damage and a lot of value from the Hound pups, especially considering the fact that he has the Cannoneer, and of course Cannoneer isn't the best tower troop against spammy cards against, for example, lava pups. It's really not that good. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Cage here. We do have the Evil Bomber. Is he gonna expect it? Let's see. Looks like he doesn't expect it, so we are able to get the Evil Bomber on top of the Mortar, and also a good amount of damage on the right side tower actually. Let's go with guards here as soon as possible, and I think I'm just gonna set up the Hound at this point to try and get something going. Not sure if I should go arrows. I think I'm just gonna take the damage, which is gonna almost be tower down. But I think that's a better decision, because this way we have the arrows available. Or like, for example, now against a push he's gonna do. So let's go with the Skeleton Dragons, let's go with Bomber. We are gonna take a lot of damage, man. This is a rough situation, but we might still be able to hold on to one tower, actually. Let's see what he's gonna do, though. I'm gonna go Flying Machine here. I would like to go with a Goblin Cage, if necessary, against a potential Mortar. He does go with a Fireball. Let's go with Skeleton Dragons here as well. Let's go with arrows offensively. And at this point, I think we might even be able to take his right side tower. Or at least force out a lot of elixir defensively to the point where he cannot take our tower. Okay, let's go with guards here defensively. That should not be able to take the tower. And in the meantime, I think we do end up taking his right side tower. So very nice gameplay there against a Mortar Bait deck, which I would say is not even that easy, because he has a lot of different ways to pressure. But I think we did a good job between, how do you say, like dividing the defense and offense. In my opinion, with beatdown decks, it's always important to know when to take a little bit of damage. Don't overstress when, for example, cannon cards locks onto the tower. Don't overstress if he gets a lot of damage with maybe a minor bats push. I don't know, like whatever he's gonna do. Most of the times afterwards, you should be able to get a good amount of damage yourself if you know when to and how to take a small amount of damage. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go guards on defense. Not really sure what he has, but I think it's okay. And then looks like he has a Goblin Cage of its own, so I don't know. Interesting deck so far. Barbell, Bomber, and Goblin Cage. Potential graveyard deck, actually. He could activate... Oh, no. He's not going to be able to activate the King Tower. I wanted to say he could potentially activate the King Tower there if he does have graveyard, but looks like the Goblin Cage from him ended up hitting our Goblin Cage. Okay, looks like he does go with a Goblinstein. I think at this point I'm just gonna... Okay, I'm gonna go Skeleton Dragons, and I'm gonna go with Bomber. He is gonna get a lot of damage here with the Doctor, with the Skeletons, but hopefully the counter push afterwards is able to, get some damage. The bad thing is that the ability here is gonna clean up our Skeleton Dragons, or kill it, I think, pretty much entire. Yeah, it's gonna take the entire Skeleton Dragons. Man, okay, that was not the best Hound on my part. I'm not gonna lie, I thought in my head that was gonna turn out, yeah, very differently. But let's just, yeah, leave the Lava Hound like this for now, and then we will wait and see whatever he's gonna drop. He might go with a NATO. I'm gonna go guards here to pressure a little bit. Maybe gonna force out, I don't know. Okay, we force out the Goblin Cage, I guess that's fine. And let's actually go with a Flying Machine here, just to create a little bit of more pressure. Maybe force out like an Ice Wizard defensively, or something like that. Okay, we do end up forcing the Ice Wizard. Man, okay, that was not the best play by me. I'm not gonna lie, I thought in my head that was gonna turn out way differently. But the Goblin Stein is just, yeah, way too strong in those situations. But let's see if we can somehow turn around the situation of the match. The good thing is that we have the Lightning. Lightning is very good against the Goblin Stein. So I think here we can just, yeah, go with a Lightning as soon as possible. And then afterwards we should be able to maybe force out the Poison or something like that, or with the Skeleton Dragons. Okay, let's go with Skeleton Dragons now. Looks like we do end up, or he does end up going with a Bomber. Let's go with a Bomber of our own here on defense. The Goblin Stein is not going to take the tower, and we do end up forcing out the Poison defensively, which is good for us because the Poison is gonna yeah, run out before the Lava Hound pops. The bad thing is that he has the Goblin Stein, and the ability of the Goblin Stein, we already know, yeah, how strong it is. Just look at that, like NATO plus Goblin Stein. Honestly, are we even able to win this matchup? Like, is this even a winnable matchup? I guess so, if we didn't have that bad of a start in Single Elixir. But I don't know, like at this point, after having that start in Single Elixir, I think it's an impossible matchup to come back, unless we get something crazy here. Okay, let's see. I think I would like to go with a Flying Machine, but the Poison is still there, so let's wait a little bit. Let's then now go with a Flying Machine. Let's have the Lightning ready in case he goes with a Goblin Stein. Let's go with a Bomber. I don't even think he needs the Goblin Stein. I think he can just go with a NATO here, and that's already gonna clean up pretty much the entire defense. Let's go with the Lightning offensively. Can we somehow get it? Nah, there's no way. There's no way how we can break through the defense. Goblin Stein, Poison, Tornado, Ice Wizard. I think even though I know I played it better in Single Elixir, I think even if I played it like more patiently in Single Elixir, it didn't take that much damage in Single. I think it was still a very rough matchup to deal with. Anyways, no problem. See you guys soon with game number 3. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. Very, yeah, unfortunate match there. Not gonna lie, I played that really bad in Single Elixir, but honestly, it didn't even matter. I think anyways, even if we played better like Single Elixir, we maybe would have, yeah, lost anyway. So let's focus up. Let's try to get the W here in game number 3. So far, we're 1-1. I guess I'm gonna cycle arrows here. Honestly, not the best cycle on our part. And I guess I'm also gonna go with a Goblin Cage here. He does go with Earthquake. He does go with Royal Hawks. That's still gonna get a good amount of damage. But I think that's the, yeah, probably one of the best defenses we could have done in that situation. Okay, so what is he gonna be running? Is it gonna be Archer Queen? Is it gonna be Goblin Stein? This deck is, yeah, very popular. Like, it's the typical Royal Hawks deck with Quick Cycle, Lock, Earthquake Delivery. But sometimes people use it with Archer Queen, and sometimes people use it with the Goblin Stein. If it's Archer Queen, we can low-key go Lava on same lane. If it's Goblin Stein, we need to be very careful when to attack and when not to attack. So I think now I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Looks like he does go with Royal Hawks. I think I'm just gonna go Bomber here. Honestly, that's a 2-4-5 trade, and then now we can go in for the Lava Hound. Let's see what he's gonna be running. Does he have Archer Queen, or does he have the Goblin Stein? I think that's the yeah, most like importance thing to kind of keep in mind. And then also one important thing is to spread out your troops. Why? Because if I go Flying Machine like this, the Goblin Stein afterwards is going to take care of it. If I go with it in the middle, the Goblin Stein will not be able to get hit it with the ability. Okay, let's see. Let's look. Okay, I think I'm just going to go Lightning here, honestly, because this way the Lightning takes care of the Goblin Stein's Doctor. Then afterwards the Monster is going to get a little bit of damage, but it's not like it's going to take the tower. And I think we just need to wait a little bit to see, yeah, whatever he's going to drop. Okay, looks like he goes for the Royal Hawks. Let's go with a Bomber here. Let's go with guards. The bad thing about playing against the quick cycle deck is that he's gonna be able to outcycle our Lightning with the Goblin Stein. Like, we Lightning one Goblin Stein, he's just gonna cycle back to another one. So that's gonna be, I guess, kind of annoying to play against. But so far, we're definitely not in a bad situation. And I think I'm actually gonna switch lanes here, considering that playing in the same lane is a little bit better for us. I'm not sure if he's gonna switch lanes himself, or if he's, okay, looks like he is gonna play into the same lane, which is really good for us. Actually, this situation, even though we are down on damage, I think is like the best thing what could happen to us, because this way we can just, yeah, focus on the counter attack instead of, okay, let's go with Lightning. He's probably gonna try and pop the ability. Let's go with Lightning early on, and let's see what he's gonna do next. He's probably gonna try and cycle maybe Delivery, maybe another Goblin Stein. Should we try and do a double lane Lava Hound push? I think that's the, okay, this is actually a good idea, guys. Because this way we can, yeah, force out, for example, now the Goblin Stein in one lane. And then how is he going to defend the Lava Hound push on the left side? I think it's going to be kind of hard for him to defend. Let's go with a Flying Machine here as well. He does end up popping the ability here. That's a nice try, but it's not going to take care or it's not gonna deal any damage on the tower. And how is he gonna take care of the Flying Machine plus Lava Hound push on the left side? Flying Machine is able to get a connection, is able to get a lot of damage. He does get a delivery down, but honestly, overall situation, I would say is, yeah, pretty decent for us right now. Let's go with a Lava Hound at the bridge here, trying to, yeah, keep under pressure. Let's have the Bomber ready here as well. Look at the Skeleton Dragons in the meantime on the right side. Let's go with Guards plus Bomber to take care of the Royal Hawks. Let's then go with a Flying Machine here at the bridge to try and create some more pressure. And how is he gonna defend it? I was about to say, I think he's in a very awkward situation right now. He calls good game. He knows that he's not able to deal with the pressure on the left side. The right side tower was also very damaged, and I think we did a very good job there at defending while also attacking. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 4. Let's give him a good luck and let's see what this guy's gonna be running. By the way, one thing I want to note quickly about the match we just played, in my opinion, one of the most important things when playing against the typical Royal Hawk Psycho decks is to keep track of the champion. Let's say it's Goblin like we just faced, or it's Archer Queen. It really doesn't matter, but there's gonna be some point, most of the times in double or triple elixir, where he's gonna cycle, for example, Goblin in one lane, or let's say he's gonna cycle, for example, I think I'm gonna go Lava Hound here, even though we are facing 2.6. If he goes Hawk Rider, if he cycles to Hawk Rider, we should be able to defend it with the guards without taking too much damage, and then hopefully afterwards we can potentially get something going with the Lava Hound. So what I want to say is that as soon as he cycles, for example, the Goblin the Archer Queen in one lane, I think he had it in the right side lane, then you can go with a Lava Hound opposite lane. And if you think about it, he's not gonna have anything against the okay, nice Ice Golem by him. I'm still gonna just leave it like this, I think. Is he gonna go Fireball? We can maybe go with Skeleton Dragons up high, trying to take care of the Musketeer, and then maybe the Lava Pups can get a little bit of damage. He's most likely gonna Fireball, but we're still, yeah, exactly, we're still gonna get a bit of damage, because it was kind of awkward for him to hit and the Bomber and the Skeleton Dragons, and then also all the Lava Hound Pups at the same time. So pretty good, yeah, situation, pretty good attack right there. So I think I kind of explained what I wanted to say, but basically whenever he cycles a champion, don't be afraid to switch lanes like we did in the last match, to then afterwards be able to yeah, get even more value. Okay, we do have arrows here available. We need to be careful with potential evil skeletons, but we have Bomber. Like, honestly, evil skeletons aren't as scary as other decks which only run arrows, because we have the Skeleton Dragons, we have the evil Bomber. I think the evil skeletons, of course, still be careful with them, but don't be afraid to use arrows if yeah, you can get some value out of them, like for example now killing the Musketeer. Okay, so overall situation, I would say, is actually really good for us to, right now. We do need to be careful, of course, because it is 2.6 and he will be able to cycle like crazy, like the Musketeers. He will be able to pressure a lot, but I think we should be fine. Let's go with guards here. Let's also go with a Flying Machine as soon as possible. He does get a nice prediction lock. If he does end up using the Fireball, which I think it's not going to be possible to hit in the Flying Machine and the Skeleton Dragons, right? Yeah, I don't think he should be able to. So let's go with a Bomber here, trying to kill the Musketeer as soon as possible. Let's afterwards go with a Lava Hound. Man, I maybe should have gone with Lightning instead of Lava Hound. Let's see if it's gonna yeah, end up turning out really bad for us. Let's see though. Okay, nice. The Flying Machine is still alive. I'm actually gonna go Lightning here, trying to retarget the tower onto the Lava Hound. That was an amazing Lightning. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but we retarget the tower onto the Lava Hound. I'm pretty sure he expected the tower to kill the Flying Machine completely, because the Flying Machine, of course, is one shot, it's 1 HP, but we were able to get a really nice Lightning. I guess he didn't expect the Lightning there, killing the Musketeer, but also most importantly, resetting his tower onto the what's it called, onto the Lava Hound, and then the Flying Machine was able to take care of the tower. So very nice W against 2.6. See you guys soon with game number 5. Okay, let's go, guys. Finally found game number 5. Looks like we're up against a guy a little bit lower than us. Let's see what deck he's gonna be running. So far doing pretty well, besides that one game 2 or that one loss in game number 2 against the Graveyard. We were able to beat Mortar Bait, we were able to beat Royal Hawks, and we just now beat 2.6. So far, I guess pretty good video. Let's see if we can get one more W though. Yeah, against this, I don't know if it's a Chinese player. I think it's a Chinese player. Let's see. Let's just wait a little bit, I guess. He's not really dropping anything. I honestly do not want to cycle the guards, because I feel like if it's going to be some kind of P.E.K.K.A Goblin Giant deck, P.E.K.K.A beatdown deck, we need those guards in cycle. Don't really want to cycle my Skeleton Dragons either, so I guess I'm just going to wait a little bit. Or should I go Lava Hound first play? Honestly, Lava Hound first play is not really recommended with this deck, but I guess if he doesn't do anything, I might just go for Lava first play here. Okay, why not? I mean, honestly, let's do it for the content. I don't want you guys to wait until double elixir right here. Looks like he has a Lumberjack, so that's gonna be interesting to see what deck has Lumberjack. Most of the times, seeing Lumberjack, it's gonna be like a balloon deck. Maybe Lumberjack could be in like a P.E.K.K.A deck. I guess, yeah, Ice Wizard plus Lumberjack. Most likely it's gonna be, I think, maybe Graveyard, or not Graveyard Freeze, Loon Freeze. Okay, let's see. I think go with Skeleton Dragons here. And if he has an Electro Dragon, I definitely want to try to get a Lightning. Nice. Oh my god. I don't think he's going to expect the Lightning here. Lightning is going to get so much value. Killing the Ice Wizard, killing the Electro Dragon. He definitely did not expect the Lightning. And honestly, Lightning here is just like a hard counter for us. Why? Because of course it's able to directly take care of the Electro Dragon. It's directly able to take care of the Ice Wizard. And besides that, it's also a good amount of damage on the tower. Okay, I'm not sure if I wanted to go with Flying Machine or Cage there. I think Flying Machine here is a better play, because afterwards he can, or he's forced to defend this. And if I go with Goblin Cage, I don't have any Destruction Troop against his balloon. So I think at this point we just need to just see what he's gonna do. Let's go with a Lava Hound in the meantime towards the left side lane. If he goes with, like, for example, a P.E.K.K.A plus a Balloon Push, I think we should be able to defend this. It's not gonna be easy, but let's see what happens, guys. Let's go with a Goblin Cage here. I think he's gonna go with a Balloon, right? So maybe we can go with guards at the bridge to block the P.E.K.K.A. Nice, very good read on our part, allowing the Balloon to go up front. And then afterwards we do need to be careful with this defense, but I think we should be fine. Let's see what happens. Let's go with a Bomber here. Let's go with a Flying Machine off to the side, and let's then now go with a Goblin Cage up high. First pulling the Ice Wizard in, and then afterwards the P.E.K.K.A should be able to get DPS down by all of our support troops. As you guys can see, I didn't even have to support the Lava Hound. At this point, I knew that as soon as I are able to, how do you say, like, keep up the defense, make sure that we do not take too much damage, we are able to secure the victory here. So let's go with a Flying Machine, always making sure to spread out your units, not allowing him to get a freeze on both your Flying Machine and the Skeleton Dragons. And as you guys can see, that's gonna be another nice and easy W. That's gonna be it for today's video. Definitely a very fun Lava Hound deck. In my opinion, Lava Hound, as I said before, hasn't really been in the best state of the meta, but this is definitely the best Lava Hound deck in the current meta. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.